fellow Simbugs, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Just Sims, and today you're going to be watching another speed build. So this speed build was inspired by New York City, especially I guess the brownstone townhouses in New York City itself. I really like the look of them, and I think they're so pretty, and I'd absolutely love to live in one if I lived in New York City. So I did go ahead and try and recreate one. I think I did pretty good. Yeah, I think I did well. So I did create, I think there's 4 apartments there. I did only furnish one, so you can go ahead and furnish the others if you would like, but I just thought this video would be far too long if I did go ahead and furnish all of them. It took me long enough as is, so I did just furnish one. So hopefully you do like the one that is furnished. It is very boho, I guess, kind of inspired. There's a lot of reds and a lot of organic kind of stuff. And I used a lot of the furniture from the Jungle Adventure pack because, I don't know, it just kind of really fit the vibe of the apartment. So I did do that. There is there's 4 floors, I think. There's 3 floors. The very top floor I did not furnish at all. I left it as kind of like a studio sort of kind of look upstairs with like an open window and whatnot. So you will have to go ahead and furnish that if you want to furnish that. But otherwise, the rest is furnished. Yeah, like I said, I had a lot of fun recreating this. It will be up on the gallery. It should be under the name of Brooklyn Inspired Townhouse, and my origin is naturally Jess with 1 S if you want to go check it out and download. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback, and let me know what you want to see next as well, because I'm always looking for new ideas for a speed build because I've been really enjoying them lately. But yeah, so as you can see, all of them are kind of different colors or different color schemes. I kind of wanted them not to be all the same. I wanted to add a diversity. So the far right one you can see is like a very, I feel like it's nearly coastal vibe, like there's lots of blues and whites. The one that I furnished is a dark, it's kind of like a dark gray, and then the other middle one is just whites and browns, and the far left one is it's more of a typical brownstone, so there's a lot of dark browns and dark woods on that one. So each has their own different style, which I really love. I don't know, I just think it looked a lot better rather than going for the same style, because it kind of, I mean, if you look at New York City, a lot of the brownstones are actually different colors. Like there's gray stones, brownstones, and there's white brick, and there's just a bunch of styles. So I wanted to recreate that. I did do a little bit of landscaping at the front of the house to kind of make it look a little bit more realistic. So I ended up adding these little tiny gates with little trees in them as well. So I thought that turned out really cool, and it kind of added the aesthetic of the brownstone apartment as well. I did eventually end up adding a couple of vines on the sides of the houses just to give it more of a little filled in look, but I did not do it in this build. But when it's uploaded to the gallery, it will have the vines as well. So yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed making this. It was definitely out of my comfort zone because it was quite a large build. I mean, furnishing wise, it was fairly easy because it was such a small apartment. But otherwise, what can I say? Yeah, it was a really fun build. It really challenged me. There was a lot of things that I was experimenting with. Like, as you can see there, I was experimenting with the basement level. I was going to add a basement, but I never ended up doing that because the house was quite small on the inside and I didn't really have any room. So I didn't do that, but you can go ahead and like remodel, I guess, the house if you want. Same as always, guys, do whatever you please with the house. You can go ahead and renovate it or furnish the other townhouses. Just please do not re-upload the house as your own. But yes, so now I moved on to the interior. I was going to go for an exposed brick, but I felt like it was a little bit too harsh and I wasn't sure if that's the look I was going for. And because it is quite a small apartment, I think dark colors made it feel a lot more smaller. So I did eventually swap it out for some lighter colors. I did keep that little black wall there because I just thought that was, I don't know, it felt very New Yorky, if that makes any sense at all. Like, I kind of like the little black feature. But like I said earlier, yes, it is a boho inspired, I guess boho. I don't really know if you'd say boho, but it's definitely I don't know how I would explain it as boho, so let's just call it boho. So yeah, it's boho inspired. So here you can see that I was actually experimenting with the glass roof. This part actually did take me quite some time because I am not used to doing a build such as like this one. This part was inspired by Freezer Bunny, so definitely do go check out his build or his version of this. I think he called it the Manhattan Townhouse. So I'll link that down in the description below. It is flipping amazing. It's even more amazing than this one because he did do a back garden as well, and I really love the way that he did that. So do go check his out as well. But yeah, so like I said, this did take me quite some time trying to do the roof. It was really complicated, and I'm still learning, guys. Like, I am not good at builds in any way, shape or form yet, but I was just experimenting with what I could do and what I couldn't. And I love watching people's builds because it really does inspire me, and it really does kind of teach me a lot, I have to say. Like, it really does teach me different styles of builds rather than just doing cottages or modern houses. Like, now I'm expanding out into townhouses, so I'm really trying to find my style. But I would like to say that I want to try absolutely anything. I think for the next house I'm going to be creating, it's going to be more of I don't really know what you would call it. I want to say traditional, like a very classic feel. So stay tuned for that, guys. I'm excited to get that out there. I haven't started it yet, but I will be starting it fairly soon. But yeah, so I thought this little bay window was really cute. I was just kind of Googling interiors of New York townhouse, kind of what they look like on the inside, and I saw this cute little idea for this little bay window sort of thing, and it was adorable. So I did add that into the build, and as you can see, I was experimenting a lot with the dark colors still, but yeah, like I said, I did end up switching that out for a lighter color. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward, really. This house is quite small, so the kitchen is very small, the dining room is very small, and the lounge room is very small. So everything's quite teeny tiny, but you know, with apartments like this, sometimes you don't get the full size. This is technically 2-bedroom. I didn't do the fine. If you want to create the upstairs as a bedroom, like the upstairs as a bedroom, you can do that, but I did only furnish 1 bedroom, but you could definitely turn it into a 2-bedroom or even 3-bedroom probably. So it definitely has room to grow. It is 1.5 bathroom as well. So we've got 1 bathroom with just kind of like a powder room, so just like a toilet and a basin, like a sink, and then we have a full bathroom with a shower. There is no bath, unfortunately, in this house, but there is a shower and an extra toilet. So there's 2 toilets, 1 shower. And I thought that was perfectly fitting because a lot of houses, I don't know about you guys, but in Australia, we do have a lot of townhouses that just have the powder room and then the main bathroom. So that's what kind of inspired that. But so as you can see here, I did start switching out for some lighter colors. I went for this little gray wall, and then I went for, it's a slightly concretey sort of type texture on the windows, on the bay windows. I thought that was really cool. I had a lot of fun with the kitchen, as well as it was really frustrating, but it was really fun at the same time because I was really trying to find a style for such a small kitchen. It was really difficult to furnish and style, but I think I liked the outcome of it. It has a lot of pops of reds and a lot of greys. So again, with the boho sort of theme, that's what I was going for. So it took a long time to actually find a design for this kitchen because this was going to be the staple for the rest of the house. So I had to find something that would go for the rest of the house as well, because I wanted a very eclectic taste, I think, for the whole build. I wanted something very different, something like, I feel like an artistic sim would live here. So someone who is either a stylist influencer, or a interior designer maybe even, or an artist or a singer-songwriter type thing. I feel like something, definitely a creative sim, definitely someone who is artistic would live here because of all the eclectic kind of items and the pops of color. It definitely fits that type of sim, I feel. So here I was experimenting with this little leaf wallpaper. I think I did eventually switch it out for more, I think for a tile type wallpaper. I wasn't really feeling the leaves, and for the longest time I was trying to figure out what was it about the kitchen that I didn't like, and it ended up being the wallpaper. So I did go ahead and switch that out. But here you can kind of see that I started implementing the boho theme. So as you can see, the little patterns on the little pot that I added to the pot plant, it was very red. And then yeah, so I ended up adding some shelves up here just to add an extra clutter. I would have liked to add more clutter, but this build was already taking long enough, so please feel free to fill out the house if you want to, but I was afraid that this build was going to take far too long, so I didn't ended up filling out a lot. But yeah, there is quite a little bit of clutter already on there, and a couple of plants as well, just to kind of fill it out a little bit more and make it feel more natural and bringing the outdoor in. So that's what I did here. So again, you can see that I'm recreating the red throughout the kitchen as well. And then I went on to the dining room. So I do eventually end up changing the wallpaper, but I obviously didn't do it yet. So for the kitchen, I went for a dark wood sort of type theme as well. And then I added pops of red into the dining room as well. So you'll see that in just a minute when I start decorating. So there is the red sort of brownie rug, and then I added these little, I've been really loving using these little pots. I think they're super cute. I love the coloring of them, and I just love how natural and organic they feel and look. I don't know why, or if that makes any sense, but yeah, I've been definitely loving that 100%. And then I went in with this little lampshade, or not lampshade, but the ceiling light. I thought it was really cute, and it fit in with the theme because it was a jungle adventure light as well, and that's the theme I was going for. So I added these sweet little red curtains to kind of add a little bit more pop of color. The bathroom I did keep rather simple, so again, if you want it more cluttered, definitely feel free to go and clutter it up, but otherwise I did keep it fairly simple. But yeah, so the bathroom is quite bright. It does have that cute little mirror there with the red, so again, continuing with the red, which I really love. And then we went on to the lounge room, and again, this one took a little while to kind of style as well. I was trying to find the perfect couch, and then I kind of designed it around the couch. So again, with the reds and the browns, like we experimented a lot in this build. So I did add some red curtains as well to kind of add that pop of color again. And then using, I think this was a Jungle Adventure TV unit, I'm not entirely too sure, but I did put that in with a dark wood. And my favorite rug, which I've been using a lot lately in my builds, I added in as well. I just thought it looked really sweet in this build. And then on top of this, I actually did add quite a lot of clutter. I feel like this particular sim that lives in this house is quite, I wouldn't say messy, but they do like to collect things. So you'll see I add a lot of clutter beside the TV unit there. So CDs, books, and bags, and just a bunch of other stuff. And I added a little bag on the chair, like just, I don't know, like as if they came home and just threw the bag on the chair. I feel like that's the type of sim that there would be. And then I ended up adding this little bay window there. I thought it looked super cute, and I think I was going to add a couple of pot plants there, but I ended up taking it away because it kind of looked a little bit too crowded. And then I was going to add a rug to fill in that space, but I couldn't find one that I liked, so I ended up just leaving it plain. I kind of wish I did more. I kind of wish I added more artwork in that area downstairs, but I didn't end up doing that because I wasn't really vibing with any of the paintings really. But anyway, so moving upstairs, you can see that I have added the wallpaper, so I did change that wallpaper there, so I thought that looked really cute. And then for the bathroom, I ended up adding the same tiling except a different color. It was more of a blue sort of theme in this one. And then I think I'm not sure if I ended up adding the tile in the bedroom as well, but the room is definitely the same sort of styling as well, as you'll see now. So I ended up using that bed. I think I ended up changing, oh no, I did end up changing the bed. Okay, so I used the brown bed, and then I added these sweet little lights on the side. So yeah, as you can see, I did add in that little bay window there. But that is it, you guys. Enjoy the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.